Yep. I think it's safe to say they're top dog.
We doing everything they talk about. You know I'm everything a boss about.
Hey, no cap. This is probably one of the best games we've seen all year in the ELF. I love it when you get two titans, two of the top dogs, come in and they deliver. They deliver on a hell of a game, right? And that's what we got. Paris Musketeers versus the Vienna Vikings. Instant classic from the jump. I would say there's been a lot of great games this year. Paris has probably been in three of them. When you think about Paris Surge, when you think about Paris Frankfurt, and now Paris Vienna. Even Paris Rhine Fire week one. All right, it came down to 2 minutes. There have been a lot of great games that have involved Paris. I think it's going to benefit them when they get to the playoffs and then playing in those types of situations if they learn how to close. But this was a great game, and Vienna came to play. Vienna came to play this game. I gotta give them the props. This is the type of get when you, this is the type of game you get when you get two top tiers living up to their full potential. We got two great offenses, two great defenses. We had the Saints, right? We had the Saints, DeMario Davis, and ownership in the building for this game. Paris wore the Midnight Blues, probably one of my favorite alternate jerseys in this game. Let's talk about it. Vikings. Hey, Ben Holmes was that dude today. You gotta give Ben VP his props. Ben Holmes was that dude today. I threw for a couple TDs, 3-4 TDs, 270 in the air. Used his legs a little bit. Shout out to Jordan from Force Down Fiasco, calling Ben White Lamar. Right? Ben got busy today. I'm not gonna say he carried the team, but he played a big role in why this team won the game. Won the game. You got a TD to Torre, a TD to Horn before half, right? Couple things that that kind of shocked me defensively. Vienna struggled a little bit this game. Vienna struggled, right? You give up that big touchdown before half to Austin Mitchell, right? As a defender, you're always taught to swat the ball down. They didn't do that. Austin Mitchell grabs it, gets a touchdown, goes up Paris down by 3 at half. Another play. Austin Mitchell, first touchdown, right? They send Devon Buckram, the nickel, on a blitz. They're in cover one. Safety doesn't get over top fast enough, right? If you're going to do that, listen, no disrespect to Anthony Mahungu, right? But Austin Mitchell is the game changer. I'm putting my other corner on Austin Mitchell, right? If I'm going to blitz a corner, I'm going to have the other A maybe over top or something. Because that's what happened. Devon came from off the slot. It was a fourth down. Safety doesn't get over the top fast enough, and Austin burns him, right? So defensively, there was definitely some questions out there defensively for the Vikings. Vikings struggle to put the Musketeers away, all right? And never really felt like this game was fully in the grasp of the Vikings until the very end where they got that interception versus Jalen, right? And we'll talk about that too. But Vikings did just struggle to put the Musketeers away in this game. All right. But they did have a couple good plays. We already mentioned offensively the touchdowns. I mean, Yannick Mayer, right? I said this on First Down Magazine podcast. All right. Whoever the homegrown was between Yannick and Anthony that had the biggest impact, that team was going to win. All right. We talked about Yannick. They were one of the first plays coming out second half. Paris goes man coverage, right? Yannick, the number 3 to the field on the trip side, runs an over route, and it goes to distance, right? And listen, you got to give credit where credit is due. Ben VP, this is the type of game he lives for, right? He balled out in this game. And you got to give a crowd to Ben, give a crowd to the whole Vienna team. Kari ran hard today, right? Vienna's offense really showed out. So you got to give credit where credit is due. All right, on the Paris side, listen, you go first quarter, 0 passing yards, right? You go into halftime down by 3. You did something right. Austin Mitchell had a great game. Again, we already talked about it. He thrives when someone like Anthony Mahungu is on the field because he has the potential to take away the other defense's top defender. So Austin Mitchell could get mismatches, right? Austin Mitchell could get the secondary attention, so to say, right? One thing I liked about this game, Paris never gave up. I said it with Vienna. On the Paris side, they fought through. Whenever they got down, they always found a way to score and bounce right back. Late in the third quarter, though, I think that's when they lost the game. Yeah, that's when they lost the game. Paris is driving. They get the first down. The next play, botch, snap, fumble. On that drive, they could have took. They're just coming off the field from stopping Vienna, right? So on that drive, they could have took control of this game, and they lost it. They lost it with the fumble. Next play, Vikings score, and they're back in the driver's seat. They're back in the driver's seat. That was crucial. Paris didn't take control of the game when they had to. All right. And the theme of the day, again, I already said it. Down but not out. Down but not out. Jalen scores a couple times on a couple nice runs. Paris, they had a nice showing, and shout out to the Red Company. All right. And I do have to give a guy credit. Preseason, I had Paris at 7. Wake came at me and said, Paris at 7. I said, I need to see more. And granted, he was right. Because Paris is a top 3 team in this league. They are a championship caliber team. All right. But the thing with Paris is that they got to figure out how to close in these close games. What do I mean by that? Fire. All right. Week 1, 2 minutes left on the clock. Jalen throws an interception. We get it. All right. Frankfurt, you battle back, but you didn't stop Matthew McKay. 2-minute drill. He runs. They get field goal range. They score. All right. This game, right? Paris has an opportunity, right, to score. To 2 minutes. I think it's under 2 minutes left on the clock. Jalen throws an interception on the first play. Like, this is the second time this season they've been in that predicament, and it's the same result. So it's not all on Jalen. The whole defense, the whole coaching staff knows that they got to do things better. But this was a hell of a game. Now, Paris is in an interesting stretch because Paris have Surge the next week. And then after Surge, they got to go back and play the Vienna Vikings. You have to win. I think you got to win next week. If there's a game you have to win, you got to win next week. Quickest way to the playoffs is to take care of your business in your division, right? I think it's a possibility they could do that, but that game against Vienna just got a lot harder. That game against Vienna just got a whole lot harder. So we'll see how it all pans out. But this was an awesome game. This was a great game. We've gotten great games all year long. I'm talking Frankfurt, Madrid. I'm talking Frankfurt, Paris. I'm talking Munich, Madrid. I'm talking Paris, Vienna. All right. I'm talking who else? Nordic Rhine Fire. We've gotten tons and tons and tons of great games all year, right? And I'm excited because this is probably the greatest week of football in the ELF. But locker room, let me know what you think. Drop a comment. Will we see these two teams again back in the playoffs? We will see them season, but will we see these in a playoff atmosphere setting?